Hi folks, welcome to this episode of Hit the Mahogany. When I first heard the name of this one, what went through my head was horses or bovine drinking out of a trough, a muddy puddle, or the water that's left over after you clean dishes. This one's actually a little bit more refreshing than any of those beverages, if you've ever bothered to try them. This one is ranch water. Now the background to the ranch water, it was allegedly founded back in the 1960s, but nobody knows quite who by. And this was... Now the background to the ranch water, it's founded back in the 1960s, West Texas, who by, nobody knows. Apparently somebody in Fort Davis actually came up with it, and they drank quite a bit of it, and they went for a wander through from Fort Davis to Marathon, and they woke up underneath a pinon tree. That's it. Somebody came up with a drink, they got hammered, they went for a wander on autopilot, they woke up under a tree, and everybody's like, yeah, what the hell, let's all have one of these drinks. Why not? He enjoyed it, so why can't we? There's only 3 ingredients in the ranch water: tequila, lime juice, and Topo Chico. Now, depending on where you are in the world, you'll be like, how do I get my hands on Topo Chico? And if you're in the US, you'll be able to get it in a lot of places, so you'll be able to find it. If I can get it all the way up in the northeast here, when it's actually bottled, or it's been bottled since the 1895 in Monterrey, Mexico, if it's able to make it all its way up here, it's bound to be able to make it to a few other places as well. Now, you're not wanting to use seltzer water with this one. This is actually mineral water. And in mineral water, there are minerals in it. Topo Chico itself has calcium, chloride, magnesium, potassium, sodium, and sulfate in it. Wow, that was quite a list straight off the top of my head without actually having to look at the side there. So as you gather, there's actually quite a lot of minerals in it. And that's going to affect the taste. So it's not just seltzer water, it's not just seltzer or sparkling water. You do need mineral water for this, and of course Topo Chico is the classic one for this. Now Topo Chico came about, as I said, been bottled since 1895, Monterrey in Mexico. The history further back from that is in 1440s, Aztec princess became sick, and her father was very concerned, like any father would be, and he went to the leaders of the city or wherever it was, and they told him, go over to that hill that's shaped like a mole and go and bathe and drink in that water and she'll be all healthy again. And of course, back in the 1440s, you're like, what the fuck? That's got to do something, hasn't it? So the princess went over there, she went up that hill bathing, and apparently she got better. Lo and behold, that mountain was, Cerro del Topo Chico. It was Topo Chico anyway. Hence, the name Topo Chico is carried on through the ages, and now it's bottled, and we can all get healthy from it. Okay, so that's a little bit of the background. Shall we get into it? As I said, it's really simple. A couple of tall glasses. Now, there are different ways to make this, actually. If you're going to be sharing, because you're not going to use a whole bottle, you can split it between 2 glasses here. What you can do, though, is you can actually make it in your Topo Chico bottle itself, pour out a little bit of Topo Chico, put your lime juice, your tequila in there, mix it around a little bit, and hey presto, you've got yourself some hard seltzer. Yes, there are canned versions of this as well. Let's go with just continuing to make it ourselves, okay? All right. Ice to start with. Surprise, surprise. Let's get that in the glasses. Now these glasses, I think, are about 8 ounces, I think, roughly. Just to give you an idea. You know, because you don't want to water this down too much, but it is refreshing. Remember, this came out of West Texas. It's not exactly a chilly place there. So they're looking for something refreshing that they can drink, probably a little bit of day drinking as well, and you're not going to get too hammered on it. Why not? We all like that. A bit of a session, you know? All right, 2 ounces Blanco tequila goes better. More from a colour aspect in this. 2 ounces for each one. 2 in there, please. Oh, perfecto. 2 in that one. There's our blanco or silver tequila in there. I already measured out 3/4 of an ounce each of lime juice. In we go. Final ingredient. I mean, you can't get any more simple than this. Our Topo Chico. Now, I have not actually tried Topo Chico mineral water myself. So, pardon me while I take a quick sip out of the bottle here. Oh, I can see why people like this. You do get, it's not salt, you know, clearly there's sodium in it. It's not salty though. You just know that there's those minerals that are in there. There's more of a flavour profile. It's interesting, when I think of mineral water, I always think a little bit of it's a weird one, it's like the smell of flint. You know, if you're chipping flint, there's something that's stony about it. It's weird, but you don't get, it's not a burnt type of flavour at all, but it's just like, how do you describe the taste of minerals on your tongue? And it's almost a little bit of that smelling that wet stone, but now you're actually tasting it, or the chip of the stone itself. That is that's very nice actually, and it's nicely carbonated as well. All right, lo and behold, lime. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That'll do. Let's give a quick stir. All right, everybody. Nice. Let's give our ranch waters a wee taste then, okay? Surprised by that. You know why? The tequila has that earthiness that comes through still heavily, even although there's a lot of the Topo Chico in there. You think it's going to water it down too much. There are certain spirits, certainly if you're making a highball with whiskey, you still get that whiskey flavour there, but it's very much more muted. In this, the tequila still stands out. You know it's a robust flavour that's there. Oh my goodness. It's well carbonated. That one caught me out there. Hey, we're all natural, aren't we? Most of us are anyway. Let's taste this again. Lime juice. And then there's I will say, when it's in here, there's like a saltiness. So if you like a margarita with a salt rim, you're going to absolutely love this. But the thing is, it's different. It's actually in the drink itself. It's actually giving it more body. You know, if you've got a margarita with a salted rim and it's got to this kind of consistency or this amount of fluid in it, it's going to be watered down. But it's weird with the Topo Chico and the tequila in this, and that salt there, it still keeps it, gives it body. It's just a... I love that. That's fantastic. Oh. Alright. Well done to West Texas coming up with a ranch water. Hopefully you can find either Topo Chico or some other mineral water that has enough of those minerals in it to replicate this. But this is definitely a refreshing one for those long, hot days, whether you're actually doing something in the weather or if you're just sitting relaxing. Anyway, everybody, cheers and enjoy your ranch waters.